So we are dealing with chapter 16, Angels and Demons, verses 16 and 17 today. Angels and demons are both imaginary characters, imaginary beings. So they're labels of people with certain characteristics. We don't have to imagine angels means there are wings, or demons means they have horns. It's just for us to define or label things that are undesirable as demons and things that are desirable as angels. So as we continue on understanding characteristics of demon, we've been going through many verses describing the characteristics of demon. Even though we could have stopped after the first two verses to understand what is what in this chapter, Bhagavad Gita wants to emphasize, hammer the idea into our head that there are certain things that you do normally in day-to-day life that are not desirable. And those are the ones you want to sort of subdue and overcome. In that context, there are a few more of the characteristics described today. What are they? So apparently, anybody who is confused in conflicting thoughts and rationalizing all your actions irrespective of whether they are good or bad, lustful desires, are characteristics of a demon that lead to misery. And it continues in the verse 17. They are very boastful, arrogant, contemptuous, snobbish. And it adds, and these guys or these people do yagnas or homams, these ritualistic sacrifices, to get more and more and more. There are many rituals, sacrifices, or rituals, homams, that are performed for the good of the society. The homam that is done for rain, for instance, when there is not much rain in the forecast. And we need the rain for our farming. Things like that. And those are for the good of the whole community, more from the point of view of psychology. I've heard from our great sages that if you have unwavering faith in God, you wouldn't worry about anything. You wouldn't have fears of losing anything. You will not have to perform rituals to gain anything, because your actions are the right rituals. The right actions will lead to right results. The homams, sometimes you do homam and then something good happens and you sort of correlate. Not necessarily a causation there. And you say, oh yeah, I did the homam and I got this. And then somebody, your friend or your family, looks at it and says, yeah, they did the homam and they gained something, so let us do the homam. Not every time it works. And you lose faith in the system. That is because I don't have strong faith first in God. And that is why it is emphasized in verse 17 that that kind of an approach for change is sort of undesirable character, a character of a demon. That's the way I'm understanding verses 16 and 17.